Grown geeks. The following audio may contain language that may not be suitable for a younger audience. The opinions expressed are solely those of the speakers themselves. They may contain spoilers for current media and upcoming films, games, comics, and more. Grown Geeks makes no claim to ownership of the various media discussed. Listener discretion is advised. Scan the QR code on the bottom right to go to YouTube. Scan the QR code on the bottom left for Facebook. Also, make sure to check us out on Anchor, where we are spread out to 8 more beautiful streaming services. For today, we'll be talking about Genshin Impact. No idea what this is, so David, Will, tell me what I'm missing out on.
Whew.
What are
Okay.
we missing?
All right. So do you want to do the good and then the bad, or how do you want to do this?
Let's do the good so that because the
Okay.
last time we did the bad, we just went off the rails.
Oh yeah, we went off. Okay. All right. Cool. So good. All right. What you got?
All right. I like it. It's a JRPG and stuff like that. It's more or less a free to play and stuff like that, open world JRPG and stuff like that. I really like that this game kind of eases you into what's going on, especially with all the promotions and stuff that they're giving for people who sign on and stuff like that. So you got a lot of free content and stuff like that, just kind of thrown at you, like thrown in your lap, stuff like that, and you kind of get started. And the game does a really good job of just walking you through the beginning and explaining you everything, including the some of the transactions that happen within the game. So they do a good job of walking you through that. And it looks like a pretty diverse cast of characters from what I've seen so far, as far as attitudes and abilities and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm just kind of playing through. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, but there are some caveats to that, which we'll get into later.
All right. So all right. So my good points kind of mirror Will's there. Like I have never seen a free to play game that is crafted as beautifully as this game is. Like when people say that this is a Breath of the Wild clone, like no, it is. Honestly, I think it does a lot of things better than Breath of the Wild, like quite a bit.
Oh, that's high praise coming from you.
Yeah,
Very high praise.
Not saying that Breath of the Wild is bad or anything like that, but like this is just on a whole nother scale. Like when Breath of the Wild says you can, like, if you point somewhere and you look at it, you can go to that. Like it's the same thing with Genshin Impact, but there's not a lot of the limitations that Breath of the Wild may have. Like the stamina system is a little bit easier to manage. Like you're just not falling off of cliffs whenever. There's no breakable weapons, thank God.
No more shields being broken. Sorry, Sam.
No. Every character that I've gotten so far, like, feels significantly different. Also, the really, really good thing about this we said this is a free to play game. The game will give you a full party of 4, and you can just run with that party for the rest of the game. They're like, because it's a gacha game. You have to pull different characters and whatever, blah 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 blah. So these characters that they give you, they're good. They're not the best, but they will get you through the game. And it also shows you how to actually play the different kinds of characters. So you got your main character who's got the short sword and does quick attacks and stuff, and then you get the archer, and then you get another person who has like a giant ass sword, and then you get MILF Witch, and then
yeah.
so it gives you a bunch of characters to play with, and then they'll keep throwing characters, like they'll throw a couple more characters at you throughout the game that you can kind of like play as for a little bit.
A little teaser, little
taste. Give you a little bump to hook you. Yeah.
Your little free samples at Costco, so to speak.
Yes. Yes. But every character plays pretty much plays pretty differently, and it's like the game is better for it. Like Will said, like everything is described to you as best as they can. Like it'll tell you this is how the in-game transactions work, which we will fucking talk about. We will talk about that because holy shit. But hold on, we'll get to that. This is how elemental attacks work. This is how you can use your element to mix with another element, which is also a really good part of that game. But that elemental system.
Save that. We're gonna end on a good note. Save
Okay. All right. We're gonna hold that. I'm gonna hold on to that.
We're gonna save on the elemental and the co-op. I want to put that on the end.
Okay. Another good thing, and this is gonna be the last thing that I say because I want to get into this.
Why do you just love shredding games?
No. Okay, so we'll save that for the end. But right now, and this is for right now. If you jump on this game, the game will give you a bunch of shit. You will get enough of the currency to at least get like 2 or 3 rolls of 10. You will get some characters. And speaking of premium currency, let's just hop into it. Let's just dive off the deep end.
I want to bring it up on my screen. Like just so
Go
I
ahead,
have
bring
it.
it up.
All right. So all right, all right. So what they have in this game is called a wish system. So at that. Now
this is your summon. This is your summon mechanic.
This is how you summon stuff. This is how you get stuff to come in and really find the characters that you're looking for. So when you start playing this game, so that especially if you start from day one, so that they give you a bunch of stuff. Like you'll get like 160 primo gems and stuff like that, which is the in-game currency and stuff like that you can find and scout out, so like that. And every 160 translates to 1 wish, and you can use that to try and get a drop of a character. Now the way that they did it set up is like you can get a character, so like that it'll be either a 3, 4, or 5-star drop from this wish, so like that. But if you do a group of 10, you got a guaranteed purple drop, so like that, which is a 4-star drop. So that with a still a chance for a 5-star drop, so like that. So it's like, okay, you can get up your primo gems and stuff like that, and you be like, I got 9. I just need 1 more. Maybe I'll just buy it, or maybe I'll just whatever and stuff like that.
Yeah,
to get you up to that 10 because you want that guaranteed 4-star and stuff like that. So
this system, this in-game transaction system is dangerous. This shit is dangerous. So you know how fast you can burn like $130 in this game?
How much did you spend?
Lightning.
So first of all, I didn't spend $130. I didn't spend $130. I spent $20. I spent $20.
That's fair.
$5 for the thing where you can get like so many like of the currency like
it's
every
like
day.
a daily pass.
You get your daily pass, yeah. And then I spent $15 to get the pack that gives you like 900 and something, and then you get like another 900 on top of that.
The double. Oh, and on top about that.
Yeah. So, which is, yeah. So you see, you can already see how the money is going to start flying.
Yeah.
So I dropped $20 in this game already.
When did you get it?
What did I get? So I got a shit ton of weapons, and I got and this is just from what I paid. Like the free ones, I got I got a few characters and a shit ton of weapons. The shit that I paid for, I got a shit ton of weapons and like 2 characters. Now here's the problem. Here's where the hook is. Remember when we talked about it? When we were saying like sometimes they'll give you a little taste of the character, like in the story. So you have this character named. There's 2 characters that I'm really feeling right now. So there's 2 characters. One is Venti and one is Diluc. Yeah,
Diluc, man.
Them motherfuckers are busted. Them motherfuckers is fucking broken. And they're like, hey, you want to play as Venti? He's not in the quest. Like his little things like, hey, there's a section in the menus where just like it'll let you try out 3 characters
It was
So I
like a
tried-
voters thing.
Yeah, so I tried out Venti, and I tried out another one. She's like an archer with like electric attacks.
Official
Official, yes. And Barbara,
Barbara.
yes. So I got Barbara, that because fuck. Okay. But Venti. So you remember when I told you about the elemental mechanic in the game? So just we're gonna touch on that at the end, but I gotta talk about it a little bit here to see how fucked this thing can get you. So Venti is what, wind?
Yes.
Yeah, Venti's wind.
Animo.
Yeah, anima, whatever the hell they want to call it. It's wind.
Everything rhymes with a O, so it's animo,
Yeah.
pyro, hydro, cryo. Like
Yeah.
that's how it goes. Electro.
Yeah.
So that's just the theme.
So Venti is wind, and the way that wind works is that you can say, like, you got your main character. The main character has their ultimate ability where they could just like shoot a tornado at you and pick up enemies while you're going. Now, while you're shooting that tornado, you could say there's like a torch in the middle of that path. The torch will then ignite the tornado. So now you got a fire tornado just going forward.
That sounds like fun.
Venti's, yeah. Okay, now hold on to that, because I'm gonna talk to you about Venti real quick. So Venti has a thing where he can just combo into himself. He doesn't have to switch to a character. He doesn't have to like pick up a torch or anything. No, if there's like a little hint that there might be something of another element there, he's gonna pick it up and he'll shoot it, and he'll just keep comboing into himself, and then he can use his other heavy attack, which will just combo into itself, and now you're just picking up more energy, so you can use your goddamn ultimate again and just spam that shit until everything's dead.
Wombo combo.
Oh my god. I played as Venti for 2 minutes, and I'm like, I'll drop the 15. I'll drop the 15. Let me see if I can get him. Let me see. Holy shit.
You got a little taste of paradise.
Oh.
You wanted the whole damn thing.
I got a little bump. Yeah. Ooh, wee.
Yeah. It's just enough to get you hooked. Like I just finished playing with Diluc. Like I just finished playing with him, and I'm just like, holy crap, I want him.
Yeah.
I want him bad.
Man.
And I know where he's at, and I know that his drop rate is like a 1.6% chance.
No. It's 0.6.
0.6?
0.6.
Okay, no. Oh, sorry. That pool is like a 1 point drop percent chance in that pool.
Yeah. The pool
So
is 1.6 for like anything above like 4, like 4-star.
And then within that pool,
the characters themselves, if they are 4 stars or higher, have a 6%, like a 0.6% drop rate. But let's do a little math here.
hey man,
You have the characters that are a 0.6 drop rate. Those banners also come with weapons that are also 0.6% drop rates if they're level 4 or higher.
mm-hmm.
So essentially, the characters are at a 0.3% drop rate because that pool shares everything.
I know.
So this
So
is
now
a gambler's problem game.
And now here's the thing: you can play with Diluc early, like real early in the story. Like there's like, here's a dungeon, but it wants you to use fire, and the fire archer that we gave you might not be enough. So check this out: you can play as Diluc for like a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, his mission was short as shit too. Oh man,
it was short as shit. He's basically Dante. He's basically Dante. Devil May Cry 5 Dante. That's basically what Diluc is. And then Devil May Cry 5 Dante is cool as shit.
Like, this is ridiculous. So like the way that they set this system up, like they did their homework setting their system up.
This is the smartest, most diabolical gacha mechanic I have ever seen.
It's like, we're gonna give you a free game. So here's the free game. We give you a trial pack. So in that trial pack, you get these 3 characters that you can play as. All of those characters fall in the SS to S tier and stuff like that. Freaking, so they're smart there.
Yeah.
Or they give you, they're smart enough that they say if you get to adventure rank 20, because you play with these 3 characters. We'll give you Barbara if you get to adventure rank 20. So you're guaranteed Barbara. So that's a healer. Okay, not a lot of damage for that, but she's a healer. So they give you like a little something, a little nudge at that. And then they did the voters thing, whatever. You're kind of looking at it, and they're giving you Zhang Ling or whatever. It's a little fire chick, and so at that.
Yeah.
If you get to the certain stage of this thing, so that you'll get her before, and it's like a permanent bonus. So it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
They are giving you something and stuff like that. Cool.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
the work to get there, like when I'm playing, like okay, adventure rank 20, like I had to grind a little bit to kind of get there, and what I had to collect to get there. And then when I did the Spire of the Abyss, which is where Zhang Ling is, I still ain't finished that. Because I got in there, you do the first level, it's like, oh, this is cake. I got this. At second level, so at that, I got smacked around a little bit. Third level was like, wake up, like nah, not today. And so at that, so I ended up doing the same thing they did. Like I got the little pass and stuff like that. Freaking the first day, I already had that. And then I bought the $15 pack and stuff like that. Freaking with my credit that I had on, I already had like a couple PlayStation credits. So I was like, cool. And I was watching it with the mechanic, like where you say you buy 900, you get 900 or whatever.
Yeah.
So what it is they have rotating offers. So those offers, those doubles, they don't sit on the same thing every time. So rotate. Like last week it was on the 15. This week it's on the 30 and the 50, and so like that. So the 30 and the 50 are doubled now. So it's kind of like, hey, if you did this or that, forget. Oh well, now you can get more, but you got to spend more, so like that. So it's like here's where they do the step up mechanic and stuff like that. And it's like, who wants to dive into it or stuff like that? And I've been, on Twitter and stuff like that. Like people have been like, yo, like they're doing all the streams so at the freaking $150 pack opening, wish opening, whatever. So I'm just like,
listen,
Oh,
$150.
that's like 3 games right there.
Now,
$60 price. What?
Now, check this out. You remember that question I asked you earlier? How long does it take to spend $130 in this game? Take a wild guess.
Maybe 15 minutes, maybe, if you're lucky and pace yourself.
7 minutes, 25 seconds.
Spam. Because the way the stuff is like, oh, you have enough primo gems? Cool, go right into it. So that because I've accidentally clicked a single wish before, and I was like, crap, I gotta be careful when I go into this screen and stuff like that. So it's like you accidentally spend a single wish, like, oh well, I need to get that wish back because I need to drop this 10. So again, you spend a little extra money. Then it's like, okay, well, if like you don't have enough so primo gems, like we'll automatically take from your Genesis credits if you don't mind and stuff like that. But the Genesis credits are a paid currency, so that's where the difference is. And then I didn't do the math yet on the exchange rate of Genesis.
It's 1-to-1.
It's 1-to-1. So
it's 1-to-1.
So it's there. So it's like, okay, we'll fill the gap. It's like that. So it's like, okay, well, if I need to fill the gap, then I need to buy the bonus to fill the gap and that's where you get into the endless cycle and stuff like that of dropping money, so like that. Now, the way my mind works with a free-to-play game, so like that, is if the game is good and I'm having fun with it, like Warframe, stuff like that, I'm willing to drop $60 to $70 on it if it's a game that's worthwhile, so like that. And that's like what I did with Warframe and stuff like that. Like I just played and I just clicked on a free sit until there was one that I really, really wanted, and it just happened recently when they dropped Wukong Prime. I spent money to get Wukong Prime. That's the first Prime that I bought straight out the gate because that's where I wanted. Like that's what I wanted. So it's like the same thing with here, and this is what I see coming. You can, buy money, you can randomize these wishes and stuff like that. And I'm watching how the system works because I'm trying to, buck the system to a certain degree.
Of course, yeah. Okay, yeah. So you see
trying to cut some corners
here. So like in the store, so with that, like I see that Razor and Amber are for sale in the store. So basically, with your duplicate stuff or whatever, eventually if you just keep doing stuff and getting your free wishes and stuff like that and spending them, and if you're not getting what you want or you get duplicates or whatever extra stuff you get, it drops into this currency there. So there's like this little tokens and stuff like that. To get Razor is like 30 tokens or something like that, 35 tokens, something like that. So it's like, all right, well, if I just play the game and just stack tokens and stuff like that, eventually I can get one of the characters I want because they'll probably show up in the store. It looks like it's going to rotate every month with a new character, or 2 new characters, so like that. So it's like, well, if I just stack, that's something that I see. The other thing is with that is they're going to do bonus offers, and it looks like they're also going to do or they're going to do offers so that kind of like when I play Marvel Strike Force, you see a new character offer and stuff like that. So when they start dropping new characters, don't be surprised if like, oh, new character, X amount of dollars and stuff like that, or you peep during the holiday season, holiday discounts and stuff like
Right.
that. Like there's other ways to kind of get around
the
without.
holiday season's about to fuck somebody up.
Yeah.
Ooh wee.
There's ways that you can get around spending money, and there's also ways that they can get you to spend more money. So you got to know how to navigate that line. Otherwise, you're going to get sucked into the vortex, and you're going to be flying around like Venti got a hold of you and stuff like that. Like you need to make sure that if you're going to spend, you're going to do it correctly, or you set yourself a limit before you go in,
Right.
Because you will yourself. Because I was already talking to a friend of mine. He did not get what he wanted, but he felt he was in a good drop pool. So that because he got back to back certain things and stuff like that. So he dropped another 50.
I'm glad you said that.
Because
that
dropped
that
another
leads,
50 and pulled 2 ambers.
so that leads me into my next problem, and it's still a monetization thing. Like, so it's got this. Okay, so lots of gacha games have like a pity system. So like you get like if you roll a certain number of times and you don't get something that's above like 4 or 5 stars, then they'll just give you one. So normally it would be like, okay, if you don't roll like for every 10 that you don't roll, if you don't roll a 4 or 5 star, you'll get one on like the 5th or 6th roll, right? You need to pull 90 things. If you just have bad luck, you need to pull 90 things before they will just give you a 5 star. So now let's talk about it. So how much is 1600 gems?
1600 off rip.
Yeah, or off rip.
Too much.
Yeah, I mean it's not too much. So if it's 1-to-1 with the Genesis credits like that, then it's gonna be the 1600 Genesis credits. So the crystal top off is 1980 for $30, and it's got a double right now. So 1980 Genesis crystals, which will equal out to 1980 Primo gems.
Right, and that's $30.
$30
every single time. So let's just assume that every single time you're gonna be paying $30 to roll 10.
Roll 10 and a half, roughly.
To roll 10 and a half.
So $60 will get you 3 rolls.
Yeah.
So
that's $100. That's $120 for 6 rolls. Yeah. So you see now, right? You see
free to play. Dr. Evil quotes everywhere.
Now here's the thing. This is how people get hooked now. So like you got games like Fire Emblem Heroes, and what was the other one? Fate Grand Order, Azure. I think Azure Lane's one. Grand Blue Fantasy. Basically, when you're rolling for stuff in those games, you're basically paying for a JPEG. Your JPEG has stats. It's cute. That's fine, but you're paying for a JPEG. So it's easier to kind of disconnect yourself from those games because it's just a picture. Genshin Impact has 3D waifus, and they do idle animations, and they're cute. One of them is a fucking MILF.
Yeah.
And a witch.
Let's not talk about like after speaking to her, I found out that there's an adult themed place in one of the cities.
Excuse me.
You can tell by the dialogue, like freaking, it keeps it freaking, it keeps whatever. But the dialogue when you get into,
are you talking about the adult toys place?
There's a tea shop that says, "What do you think? We just sell tea here. You better have your money when you come in here."
Oh, okay.
So that's one, and then there's another one over down the way, so at that, and they just kind of, this is this is what we're about. So
GAG after dark. All right.
So like I said again, like there's freaking innuendos all over the place and stuff like that. If you're paying attention, and that's why looking at the waifus and stuff like that, you're just like you can see where it's going.
Because you're sitting here fucking what's her name? Lisa?
Lisa is
goddamn Lisa.
You went on the date, right?
Yes. Yes, of course. Why you even gotta ask me? Of course I did. Of course I did.
Did you have a good day? Did you get them all right?
Man, look,
Satisfying salad.
man, dog. Look, okay. That to say is that you have all these 3D waifus that are giggling and idle animation and laughing and all this good shit. Tell me you're not gonna spend $10 on Lisa. Tell me you're not gonna spend $10 on Lisa. If she look at you and wink the right way, man, man. Hold on. Matter of fact, Brent, hold on. I'm gonna.
There's a picture to go with this, isn't there?
Yes, there's a picture. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. Cause, bruh.
Yeah,
like typical anime waifu, like Lulu from Final Fantasy X, where you just look at her and you're just like, that's my girl.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
What was that game? King's Crown or whatever. The chick.
Fucking
busty chick. I can't remember.
Shit. Demon Crown.
Yeah, somebody
Something like that.
Because like if Lulu was a redhead, I'd give everything up to that woman if she asked. I don't care what it was.
I can't even. I got him.
Oh, hi.
There you go. There
Risking
you go.
it all.
Hey, there you.
Yeah. So if you're looking at like the characters are
Gene, yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's a little pirate themed chick and stuff like that. Freaking, like
all about that booty.
Fucking.
David, I feel like we lost you somewhere like in the dark part of the internet.
No,
you've been looking down for a minute now.
I'm still here, but all I'm saying is that like, if you're just already on the spending spree and there's this one particular waifu that you're looking for, tell me you're not going to drop $100 try to get her. The average person.
I did in my younger days. I'm not gonna lie. I did in my younger days.
The average person right now who's playing this game is not playing it for the gameplay. I'm telling you that right now.
Go look at Twitter. Twitter will tell you.
Go look at Twitter.
Don't ever want to go look at Twitter. There's nothing good on Twitter anymore.
When you're by yourself.
Don't
look at Reddit by yourself. Reddit's got some stuff.
We have a surprise
Reddit's
visitor.
Different. Yeah.
Ooh.
So yeah.
He snuck in. Look at him.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean,
we go from waifus and he jumps right on in. He knew when he was needed. Superman.
He said the magic word. As soon as you said waifu, you know,
he just was ready.
Here he is.
In all his glory. He's just like, you guys are doing great, right? We're totally on tangent.
All right.
Everything's going
great. The way that they set this up and stuff like that is smart and stuff like that. Like they did a really good job setting it up. They did a really good job setting up for this is enough for you to get you started, and like you got two sections of the map that you could open with more to come, and you know that there's more because there's X amount of elements in the game, and so that and your character only has access to 2 right now, and he's the one who's adaptive, who can access all of them. So you know that there's going to be more. So the thing is, once you get invested in the beginnings with that, you're invested for the long haul. You're gonna see the game through more than likely to see what's going on and see how it goes. So that's
why not drop $20 along the way.
Exactly. So it's just like if you drop,
why not?
I'm just gonna spend $20 this month. Well, I only spent.
I got all this money in my pocket burning a hole. What am I about to drop it on? What's up?
Yeah. So
what's really good?
And they're just gonna let it. They're gonna let it run and stuff like that. So again, I mean, it brings me back around to just like what are they gonna do in the long term of the game to make sure that they can keep this trend going, because this is now a money grab for them. Like, what are they gonna do? What do they have in mind for the rest of the game?
Because literally based off what you're giving me, like this game, while it is listed as free to play, is one of those beautiful gotchas.
Now check this out. Yes, this is the most brilliant and diabolical gacha system I've ever seen in my fucking life. That being said, the stuff that they give you for free is more than enough. You can get through that game with just those 4 characters. 5 if you do like the free gacha thing. And
they give you 6 is what that. So you got the 4 that you start with. You got access to Barbara and stuff like that, and you get whatchamacallit. Actually, you get 7 because they
because,
give you your first wish and you get Noel for free.
You get
that
Noel
off
for
your
free.
off your first run. So
yeah,
you get 7 if you just play the game. You'll have 7, and that's more than
Yes.
enough to rotate through, especially with
And
you only
that's-
got access to 2 worlds.
and that's a good rotation of all the elements, I think.
Yeah, you got earth, you got water, you got fire.
Ice.
You got 2 fires, so that
And you got ice, and then
you got ice, wind, so that.
Earth,
So
no Captain Planet.
no, we're not calling.
Why do we need Captain Planet when we got a MILF witch? That's it.
Yeah, we're good.
That's all you need.
Perfect
That
for
will always
October.
be the right answer.
Yeah. So now, the game itself is really good.
Yeah.
It has no business being as good as it is for the price that they're asking, which is nothing.
Yeah. Oh, then that's what I say. Bring it. Let's get back to the element in the co-op system, because this is what I really wanted to.
Well, hold on. I got a couple more bad things that I got to talk about.
Come on, hit him.
I'm
Get it off your chest.
I'm gonna blast through them real quick so we can get to the rest of the good. So
It ain't gonna
now, wow, this game is crossplay, so you can play with anybody that's on mobile, on PC, and on PlayStation 4. Everybody can play with each other. Now, the issue that I have is, and it might be Sony doing a Sony again, if you start your game on PlayStation, that particular save is locked on PlayStation. You cannot cross progression.
Yep.
At all.
Sony gonna be Sony. That's just how they do
And
business nowadays.
I have a sneaking suspicion that it's Sony being Sony again, but I'm willing to bet that it might be something on the server side. Who knows? But that's the thing that I have. The other thing is that, so I'm playing this. I'm playing it on PlayStation. I've also started it on my mobile device.
Yes.
And I did download it on PC and played a little bit. So the good thing is that the cross progression between mobile and PC works perfectly. The servers on this game for a free game is damn near flawless.
So what you're saying is they did a better job than the Avengers as a free-to-play game.
Yes.
All the pain as you cut that out.
Yes, they did. Now, here's the issue. So, well, this part isn't the issue. It's like when I stopped playing on my phone and started playing on the PC, the very exact spot that I stopped playing on my phone is the same exact spot that I started on PC. So it works perfectly. It knows exactly where I was. The syncing in this game is flawless. There's no I haven't experienced any kind of like lag or anything like that. And this is a free to play game on the phone. Oh, actually, I just thought about something. There's another bad, and we're gonna get to my last bad one. The PS4 version is the worst performing version of this game.
Really?
It runs better on my phone than it does on the PlayStation.
Yeah, I've been playing it on my phone and it runs smooth. I even got better drops on my phone than I did on PlayStation.
Man,
I got Venti on the first pull. Like,
all right, I have a sinking suspicion why they did that. You can't walk around with your PlayStation. What's hooked up to your wallet more often than not? Your phone. So they can get microtransactions much easier through this little bad boy.
That's facts.
Now, you jumping in through Google Play or Apple.
Yes.
No.
You know how easy it is to just fuck up
One click
press
buy.
something?
One tap
One click buy. Ooh wee. Woo.
All I gotta do is look at my phone. It's like, you want it, you got it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, this is my last thing, and this is kind of a minor issue, and it's a two-pronged thing. Actually, let me grab something real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. All right.
All right.
All right.
Really want to see, because this is all freaking.
So
like, it's so much good and bad.
Oh yeah.
Okay. This is an Xbox controller.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I can't use this on my phone for this game. This cannot be used at all. Now, on PC, of course, I can use this. This game will not let you rebind keys. You can't rebind it at all. There is a button that will say that this is the button to rebind keys, and when you click the button, it makes the button clicking noise, but you cannot rebind keys at all. So now this game does like everything great, and then does like the littlest
Minutia detail,
shit,
just
the
wrong.
minute, just bullshit.
I'm gonna chalk it up to issues.
Yeah, it's like this game's really good, but why do you ask me to do you want to use your Xbox controller or do you want to use your keyboard? Obviously, I want to use the Xbox controller. I have it synced up to the PC. It should be the first thing that you recognize. No, why do I have to resync it every single time I log on? Why? Come on. Don't do this.
Now, was that a game issue or is that a console issue or is that a PC issue?
I don't know. No, that's not a PC. It's a PC. It's a game issue. It's a game issue. So like on PlayStation, you don't have any other option but to use the PlayStation controller.
Right.
You can use your Xbox controller or whatever controller that you can use on this thing, or your mouse and keyboard. It defaults to the mouse and keyboard, but you have it in your system. You have it in your settings in the game that you're using your Xbox controller. If you log off and then log back on 3 seconds later, you have to go back to using the keyboard and the mouse. It makes no sense to me when the controller is still there, is being detected by the computer. You should be able to actually use it, but it makes you use the PC to actually say that you want to use
it defaults back to the keyboard every time. So that's a game issue. It's not the computer's recognizing the controller, but the game is not recognizing that the computer is recognizing the controller.
I thought it was a computer issue. That I looked online. It's like, no, this is a thing.
A very prevalent thing.
Yes.
All right. Will, you said you had something else, or you got more, David?
Let's say no. That's my rant. I'm done. That's it. That's all my bad. This game is dangerous as fuck, but it's a really good game.
Yeah, it is dangerous right there. And speaking of dangerous stuff, again, like some of the stuff, like when you playing the game, some of the fights and stuff like that tend to be difficult. Like I had a hard time with some of the fights in the game and stuff like that, trying to get stuff done. That's when we figured out about co-op mode and how to work co-op mode. Stuff like that. Like people can't join in on me because I'm world rank 2. So the guys I'm playing with, they're world rank 1, so I can join in on them. But again, finding some little, quality of life things that can make this better for me was getting in there. And because we talked about the elemental system and stuff like that, it's a lot easier when you go into co-op, because co-op is simple. Like if you go in with 2 people, hey, you're going to control 2 people, you're going to control 2 people. Mm-hmm. And that's how it runs. So you can swap back and forth between whatever you need. Swap your characters at any point in time. You're not set to characters, it's whatever you need. So that if 3 people join, then whoever's world it is will control 2 characters. The other ones will have 1 character. Not a problem. So that's how it works. So that's pretty good. And so that. And then of course with 4 people, you got 4 people. So that. And thing is, it makes fights that much easier. And so that, like you can get in and like actually combo some stuff and set up your combos. So that. It's like if David's on Venti and stuff like that, and I'm rocking, Zhang Ling, stuff like that, and I'm like, yo, Bear's coming out, then he knows, all right, Ultimate's coming out after that Bear comes out, because that's his hint of fire right there, and he can run with it and stuff like that. And I can kind of step back and let him do his thing, just make sure that Bear keeps popping out and stuff for him. Or if we're trying to do the, wombo combo, so that it's like, okay, we got Hydro going, so that cryo to freaking freeze.
I just realized something else that is just like, holy fuck, this game is gonna fucking ruin somebody's wallet.
What?
Please. So you have your weapons, you have your characters, you can level them up. All you have their specific stats and everything. So you also have your constellation system, which is basically traits. Mm-hmm. How do you level up these traits? You get duplicate characters.
So that's a good and a bad to me.
That's a good and a bad. So like
that's a good and a bad.
So Xiangling. So how, like, if I want her little fucking Tanuki thing to breathe fire longer and harder, I got to get a bunch of duplicates to do that. So where do I gotta go? I gotta go make a wish.
Back to the wish system.
Gotta get to the wish system. I don't got enough primo gems. Damn, I gotta buy them goddamn gems.
So this is why I say it's very important how you do what you do to level up and figure stuff out. So like with the co-op system and stuff like that, it's good. So that as far as like going to collect stuff, because like say if I need a cryo Regisvine, I kill that one, it only spawns once every week. And so that according to everything I've been going through, and I couldn't find it back in this world. Cool. If I go to that guy's world, we kill it. That's one. Now let's cut the hosting. Let's go to my world and kill it. That's two. And go to the other person's world and kill it. That's three. So now we're getting multiples and stuff like that. So if you need one and stuff like that, you can bounce off other people's worlds and stuff like that and collect the stuff you need to collect. Now we did have some lag doing this, but we were playing with my brother who's in Korea and stuff like that. He was the one hosting, so that because he was the lowest level, so we jumped in on him. But even with the bit of lag, so like we didn't experience the lag on our end, like we were still doing what we're supposed to do, but he couldn't see. Like he was like, okay, on the map it still says you're over here. It's like that, but we were right there fighting. It's like that. He just couldn't see, but the game was still registering that he was fighting and doing everything he's supposed to do. So,
oh shit,
that's kind of here and there, stuff like that. What did you find, David?
So I was just out of curiosity, I wanted to see how much money this game made in its first week.
Oh no!
So, while he's getting that number, so that
I have the number.
Oh, okay. Give me that number. So here's where we go. So at that. When it goes to the co-op and stuff like that, and this is the problem with the co-op and stuff like that, is whoever's world you in is the only one who can collect chests.
Oh,
it's like that.
Okay.
So you can basically level up
I
your
see
weakest
it. I can see
character.
it.
Well,
So,
like
yeah,
your
here's the
weakest
thing
player
is-
from there.
That's the way. The leveling system is not what you think it is. It's the other thing that I wanted to get into. And so that the leveling system, like beating enemies and stuff like that, they only reward you 10 to 12 experience points. So no matter how far you get. Leveling comes from these little pages that you get and stuff like that. And that's what you have to level, which costs money to level and stuff, because you have to spend money to use the pages and stuff like that, which is the gold. And so
the in-game money. Yeah,
the in-game money. So that now the thing is, the gold is abundant to a
they'll throw the money at you, so it's not like honestly.
You can go run ley lines.
Well, go ahead, keep talking. Go ahead.
You can run ley lines and get gold. So you can chain ley lines and so that you get gold, because you get like 160 resin per day or 120 or something resin per day. And each ley line opens up by 20 resin, and you get like between 12 and 20,000 gold depending on whatever you're doing. So every time you beat one of those things, they're real quick. So if you need quick money and stuff like that, you can get quick money and stuff like that. So that's not a problem. But when it comes down to it, you can still get world drop items, which is why like if I go kill a creature and it drops stuff, you can still pick that stuff up on your character. It's just that the chests are the only thing you can't open, so you have to rotate characters. Now we did a dungeon because we wanted to test it out. We did a dungeon, and we went to get the rewards in the dungeon. We all got everything and so like that. So it looks like it's just world chests from what I see, but either way,
that makes it a little bit better.
That makes a lot of sense though, because like if you're doing a dungeon together, that's fine. But if you're in somebody's world, then why are you taking all their stuff out of their world?
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
It looks like it's gonna look like a safety mechanic to me.
Yeah, so that's not as bad. That's fine.
All right, David, how much did they make?
Prevents you from getting screwed over by people who are joining in on your game and taking all of your stuff.
And that's the thing. You can stop people from joining your game because you have a request system. So people try to randomly join your game because it's open. You got it open so with that. You can put it on where it's approval and so with that. So if you don't hit approve, it'll just time out at 10 seconds and be like, okay, they got to go find another game. You don't let them in. Only people who you let in can come in and stuff like that. So
that's also nice because it'll help you control what kind of people you want to play with. That way you can keep out people that would be otherwise listed as toxic from there, and keep to yourself, mind your business, take care of what you need to with your friends.
So you can absolutely like have it open and let people just jump in whenever they want, but it does give you the option to do that. So you're fine. So just looking at this, these numbers are fucking. So in 7 days, I want you to like just
one full week.
One full week, worldwide. Okay, well let's just do the
big
China,
countries
where this game is from. This game came out in China. So how much do you think it made in China?
What's the average cost of an item?
Just take a wild guess. Average cost of an item, let's say one pull is 160 gems. So let's say fucking.
Well,
Let's call it like two. Let's call it like $2.
I say roughly about 300 Genesis crystals with the bonus and stuff like that. 330 is $5.
Okay, so yeah, let's call it
And
like
gen crystals, you said were what, a
roughly
1-to-1 ratio for dollars?
1-to-1.
Yeah.
1-to-1 ratio. So let's call it roughly around like $250, not $250, $2.50. There it is. God, Jesus.
Math.
So let's say
Late at
$2.50 for like one summon.
Mhm.
Oh, they made somewhere in the upwards of the millions. There's no way they did not get at least, I want to say at least 50.
I'm seeing here 1.6 million in China alone.
Oh.
In China,
Now-
you're seeing 1.6 million?
During a
Wait, hold on,
pandemic,
no.
no
Sorry.
less.
No. Sorry. I'm tripping. No, that's 25 million
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm looking at.
on China's Apple App Store.
That's just
Now-
Apple?
Just Apple. Now,
That's just Apple.
worldwide, how much do you think they got?
Well, they got to be at least 100 mil by then. That's
No,
low
not-
ballparking. That's
Not
low.
quite. They only did 60.
Still.
Still, that's 60 in
For
7
1
days.
week.
No.
That is
look here.
amazing.
2 days ago, freaking again, it was at 17 million downloads. So you do the math, 17 million downloads 2 days ago, divided by 60 million, so like that. You roughly average out how much people were spending.
A couple $100 minimum player. Fuck.
Like they were dropping money
In the middle of a pandemic, no less. Like, people don't got a whole lot of free money lying around during all this shit. And yet,
But
they made that money.
I think the game got pushed out freaking early, to be honest. I don't even think it was released. I think that why we only got 2 worlds and stuff like that too. I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of took advantage of the pandemic working. So it's like, hey, let's get out there now. And so this feels like a good holiday season drop and stuff like that. And so it's just kind of get out the gate a little early, make a little bit of money before
build up some
PS4,
interest, build up an audience. People start talking to
Xbox
people.
Series X and stuff. So yeah.
So no, you say like people like how you can't see how people spend this much money. Somebody on stream spent $2,000 on this game in one sitting.
Streamers be getting donations, just be like, yo, let's go. Like we're gonna go.
But still,
they got their own money.
You have to have a hell of an audience.
2,000 though.
Come on,
and he still didn't get what he wanted.
Just
come on, dude.
Just burn down your whole gaming system at that point. Just quit. Just no.
Wow.
Like if you're a gambler, stay away from Genshin Impact. Just it's over for you. Like it sounds like a trap for me, and I've played plenty of free-to-play games where they didn't get a nickel from me. But then other free-to-play games like Star Wars Galaxy Heroes will get me for $40 a month minimum.
Facts.
That's low balling.
I feel like I lucked out with my drops and stuff like that for just the $20 that I spent. Like I think I got some pretty decent drops and stuff like that. So it's like cool. I'm rolling with it, and I'm not spending another dime right now. Like the thing is, keeping in reserves. Like I said, I'll spend 60 on this game. I'll spend about 60 and stuff like that. So the fact that I only spent 20 and I got 40 in reserves and stuff like that I could spend in a future date if there's something that sparks my fancy. But other than that, no, I'm with it.
I gave myself a limit of $50 on it, at least for right now. If I enjoy it later, then I'll probably just throw some more money at it because fuck it, whatever. I enjoyed it. Like I didn't get the character that I want, but apparently I got one of the more busted characters in the game. What's her name? Beto?
Oh
yeah. The only character with a fucking parry.
Yes. She's got this combo. She just posts up and then you hit her, she overcharge and she just like nah.
Yeah. So
clapback character.
I'm pretty happy with my purchase. So it's the game is really good. It can trick you into spending a bunch of money really quickly. But if you can keep your composure, this game will last you because it's about to get its 1.1 update pretty soon. So
anyone have any more thoughts they want to have on Genshin Impact before we get to the ratings and try and wrap this all up while it's neat and tidy?
I really think that this game is in it for the long haul and stuff like that, and they're like depending on how often they release the content and stuff like that. I think they can stay a strong powerhouse for honestly probably at least the next 6 months, like steady.
Oh yeah.
If they do it right.
Oh yeah.
You got a rating for it, Will?
Rating
10?
and stuff like that. Barring, like I say, it just on game alone and not really, hitting up on microtransactions because that's all random stuff like that. On game alone and stuff like that, and then gameplay stuff, I'm gonna give it an 8 and stuff like that. As far as just playing and enjoying myself and having fun with it, like it's solid.
Yeah.
David?
Yeah. I'm right there too. Like as a game by itself without all the other bullshit, it's an 8. It's an 8. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. It's good. It's got a MILF witch. I'm good. That's all I need.
All you needed was a MILF witch to get you through October.
That's all I needed.
And then, Sam, have you touched on Genshin Impact yet,
Now,
or are you just here for David and Will's review?
Well, I will defer to them for the time being. It does sound like something I'm going to need to jump in and get to playing, get started. I'm way behind, but as per usual, I'm behind on all of my games. So why not go ahead and throw this one in on the backlog and get behind on it too?
hey, that's Squirtle meme. That's Squirtle meme.
There you go.
Alrighty,
Now,
with that,
listen,
geeks, we have Will on my left. We have Sam below me, who popped on in, wanted to see what the other admins had to say about Genshin Impact. David on my bottom
Wanted to be
left.
nosy.
I was your host for this evening. I was just moderating a little bit. I was just as new to this as Sam is, so I came in with a lot of questions. A lot of great content. Thank you, David. Thank you, Will, for joining me. Thank you, Sam. And with that, Growing Geeks, make sure to like, subscribe, and check us out Facebook and YouTube and on Anchor. With that, we're out.